What is up, you gorgeous, fabulous creatures, and welcome to a fresh episode of the Losing It podcast. You're here with Kylie Pax, Australia's emotional eating coach, and we are diving into some topics this week that are so delicious. You're going to squeal. I'm going to hear you squeal from where I am because it's so exciting. And the reason I know it's so exciting is because we're going to tackle why you have failed every single diet in the past and every time you've tried to diet, and even when you have lost the weight with the fancy diet, why you put it back on again. And most importantly, how to turn that sinking ship around once and for all. So I'm going to give you a little spoiler alert, because if you want to stop the yo-yo and truly transform, you need to be freaking obsessed, like full on crazy in love with the method that you use to lose weight. So buckle up, sis, because I'm about to give you 5 reasons why it hasn't been working and how I'm going to help you turn it around. So the very first thing that I've got for you today, and this one is super, super delicious. It's something that I've never, ever spoken about before. I've never even heard anybody speak about this before, but I'm going to tell you that when it comes to you deciding to lose weight, you're acting too slow and you're quitting too fast. Here's what I mean by that. The minute you get a knowing inside of your heart, your spirit, your body, just the common sense part of your brain that says, girl, it is time for you to rein it in. You have been eating like a crazy person for way too long. You're not happy with what you see on the scale. You're not happy with what you see on the mirror. Your clothes aren't fitting. Whatever it is, there's a circumstance or something happens. Maybe, this one's brutal. When you think everything is fine, it's not too bad. It's okay. I'm not that bad. And then you see yourself in a photo. Who is that person? You're like, please tell me that is not me. How did my arms get that size? What happened to the size of my booty? Why is it the size of the entire fucking planet? And that is the reality check. And the moment that you need to decide, right that second, nothing else is going in my mouth at this point until I have got a system in place that I love. But you don't do that. What you do is you get down about the way that you look. You start feeling bad about the way that you look. And then you eat your way into feeling and looking even worse until you can scrape yourself off the bottom of the barrel to decide it's okay, all right, I'm going to start again next Monday. How many days did you waste between the moment you knew it was time to take action until you finally did take action? 2, 3, 4, 85? How long did it take you between the second that your brain knew this is something I need to take action on and the moment you actually did take action? Because that space in time is where you go from knowing that something has to be done, standing in your power, feeling good about doing the thing and taking the action, to starting this whatever fucking stupid plan you decide to start, feeling like a piece of shit when you do start it, and kicking the whole thing off from a place of, I hate where I am, I hate how I look, I hate myself, and I hate my life. How successful do you think that is going to be? When you decide to start on a plan, sometimes you can get a little bit excited about it. You're feeling like this is going to be it. I'm going to be a whole new woman. You bought your real replacement shakes and it's great. And then nothing happens fast enough. So now you start doubting, and then you hit a little bump in the road. Somebody gets sick. You get called out. You have to have dinner with people, or something goes on and suddenly you're done. If this sounds familiar, if you're one of those people that thinks, oh, it's not even working, so I'll just quit. Oh, my Lord, please grab a note paper, get the notes on your phone and start taking some notes, because this is what I want you to write down and tattoo it on your brain. You are acting too slow and then you are quitting too fast. The moment that you know in your heart action needs to be taken, that was your moment to take the action. That was your moment to push the brownie away, to clear out the cupboards, get my free eating coach course, do whatever you need to do, but start taking action right then, gaining momentum right then. Because in the beginning, that is everything. Building momentum is everything. The real results, the results of you starting to see the weight loss in the mirror, that's not going to happen overnight. Hello. Those results that we want to see with the naked eye, they don't show up for weeks, but they are happening. Please, trust me, they are happening, but you're not going to physically see them for several weeks. And the second you decide that's it, I'm not seeing results, and you throw in the towel, that is you spiraling back into your emotional eating habits, but with such veracity that it's like you never even quit them to start with. It's like 10 times worse than before you even started your little weight loss program. The solution for you in these moments, first part, solution A, honey, I'm just going to say it again. I really want to reiterate. The second you know that you are supposed to be doing something, you better start doing it. Every time you put it off, every time you bypass it, every time you wait one more day, you are losing the momentum and the power that you had in that original moment. I'm going to use a little anecdote that I heard many, many years ago. And I truly believe this is a universal power, that this is a thing. I remember that there was a story about Michael Jackson and how he came up with the idea for Thriller, and he rang Quincy Jones in the middle of the night. He rang him. He didn't care that it was like whatever, 1, 2, 3 in the morning, and he rang Quincy and he said, listen, we have to do this Thriller thing. This is going to be the biggest thing. This is going to change history. This is going to be amazing. And Quincy said to him, Michael, can't we talk about this in the morning? And Michael Jackson said to him, no, we can't. We need to take action right now. Otherwise, this idea is going to go to Prince. Ideas, inspiration, ability, they will hit people in certain moments. And if you don't act on them, they're just going to move on to somebody who will. You keep wondering why you're not successful at weight loss because the moment that you were supposed to start, you didn't. You wanted a more comfortable time. Let me just eat every last food in the universe so that when I do start next Monday, I'm going to feel like I didn't, quote unquote, miss out on anything. But honey, you can't eat tomorrow's happiness today. You can't eat tomorrow's happiness today. So when next Monday does roll around, are you going to be so satisfied in your stomach from the brownies that you ate last Thursday? You're not. You're going to want them just as bad, maybe even worse, because now you've got all the sugar remnants in your body. You need to stop obsessing over instant gratification and start focusing on the small, incremental progress moments that you can make, because it's those tiny little wins that are going to lead to the big ass breakthroughs that you want to see. Now, the second reason why you have not been able to maintain the weight loss that you've probably achieved at some point in your life, and now it's so long gone, is because you have to be, whatever method you decide to use and you settle on, you have to be insanely, like, all in, obsessed, crazy in love with the plan that you choose to lose weight. This is never going to be like she'll be right, I'll give it a crack situation. That doesn't work. It has to be a full body, gut feeling, like an obsessive, excited commitment to whatever plan you choose. Because if you're not obsessed with the method that you choose to lose weight, how on earth are you going to be able to stick with it for 1 month, 2 months, 6, 8 months? It depends how long it's going to take for you to lose weight. Only you know. I know for me, I'm probably looking at, because I want to lose the weight slowly, I don't need anything. And please, I know you're all like, what is wrong with you? Why do you want to lose weight slowly? Because I want it gone properly. I want it gone for good. I don't want it whooshed off in 2 weeks so that I get it back on in 4 weeks. I don't want that. I want a method that is easy and sustainable. And for me, I want it to be able to work with my real life. I still want to be able to go out to dinner with friends or celebrate and have birthday cakes and do all this fun stuff. I don't want to feel bad every time I'm eating what we would, regular us dieters would consider bad food. Oh my God, that's so bad. I can't believe I ate that cake. Yeah, but honey, cake is life. Like, can we just be real? Cake is life. I get it. I really do get it, which is why I developed the eating codes when I finally did lose the weight and I looked back and reverse engineered it. And I was like, what the heck did I actually do this time? I had created 5 basic steps, 5 eating codes. You can get them for free in my free video series. Just hit the link in the show notes or skip over to kyliepax.com/free course. But you right now are trying to follow somebody else's method. Something that worked for another person but not you. Someone else's macro plan, someone else's 30-day cleanse. Just because it worked for them does not mean it's going to work for you. Your body knows when something feels like it's good for you, and your body also equally knows when something is a big, epic fail for you. And when your body is not on board, well, neither is your mind. And that's why you're dropping off after just 1 or 2 weeks. Your feelings were never aligned with the plan that you chose. You thought you could white knuckle your way through it. I'll just grit my teeth. It's okay. I'll just do what I have to do to get this weight off my body. But your body is not having a bar of it. If it's not a full body yes for you, then it is 100% a full body no. When you find something you actually love, something that lights you up, something that's easy and flowy, and you could actually do it with your real life and for your whole life, that's when you make lasting change. That's why the comments that I get in my inbox from the women who are inside the Bombshell Blueprint or who have done my free course, they're like, oh my God, Kylie, I've never lost weight before without starving. I've never lost weight this easily before. So if you're copying right now some random meal plan that you found on Google just because it worked for somebody and their testimonial, but you aren't vibing with it, then just please stop wasting your time immediately. Find something that feels good in your bones, something that you can get behind. Because if you're trying to do, like the best example ever I think of is when I tried to do the Atkins plan, but I am a vegan, or that's what I was at the time. I was entirely plant-based. And Atkins, of course, as you know, was the old school version of keto, or paleo, which is now really keto. That's all it was. It was basically you sitting around chewing on giant turkey sticks like Fred Flintstone and eating blocks of cheese. That's what it was. That was the original Atkins diet. And whilst it may have dropped a few kilos, if you are a plant-based person and you think that somehow you can grit your teeth through turkey legs and chunks of cheese, that is never going to work for you. I lasted not even through breakfast for that one. I didn't last a whole day. I didn't even last a whole meal through that diet. So you've got to find something that works for you. Now, the third reason why you've been having so much trouble and how we're going to fix it is you've got to have, this is really an extension of the previous point, you've just got to have zero resistance to the structure of the path and the plan that you choose. So think about it this way. If you are like a night owl and your job has you working graveyard shifts and you work in like, I don't know, Alaska or something, and it's minus 18 degrees, and you go ahead and then choose a diet weight loss program like 75 hard and decide that you've got to do, okay, I've got to do 2 workouts a day and one of them has to be outside, but it's minus 18 degrees. I mean, WTF? What the heck? That isn't going to work. Resistance to whatever plan you're going to choose will equal failure. Any resistance, period. Like that's just the bottom line. Again, the plan that you've got has to work for your life and with your life, not against it. So if you're trying to force something that feels like a constant struggle to you, again, you're setting yourself up for failure. I've tried joining the gym so many times in my life. It's fucking embarrassing that I'm still throwing money at these establishments when every fiber of my body just hates it. I hate it. And so I finally quit the gym again for probably the 18th time in my life. And I have now morphed my daily routine to work for at-home workouts and walking every day. I love that. I'm highly introverted. I hate going out in public. The whole thing just used to give me anxiety. Now I'm in my element. And I can stay motivated to do this not only throughout a weight loss period, but for the rest of my life. So make sure the plan that you choose fits your lifestyle. Especially don't choose a workout plan that makes you hate your life. Find something that's sustainable and that you can get behind. Because the fourth reason why you have not had any success or sustainable success up to this point is because, again, whatever method you chose wasn't scalable. It wasn't scalable. It was a one-hit wonder. It was like, let me just do this to get the weight off and then I'm going to go back to my quote-unquote normal life. Well, honey, here's the truth. If the weight loss plan that you choose doesn't work for your quote-unquote normal life, then it isn't a plan that you should be using. It's got to be scalable. And what do I mean by scalable? I mean, it's got to be able to grow with you. Because what works for you today, maybe you can grit your teeth through 75 hard, it's fantastic, and you lose a few kilos, but is that going to work for you in 6 months' time? How are you going to maintain the weight loss that you've achieved if you hate the method you use to get it off? You need a system that can evolve and grow with your lifestyle and your body and your mental state. Don't go into this thinking that it's a one-size-fits-all approach, because as you progress throughout your weight loss journey and your life, so should your plan. If the plan that you're using is super rigid and doesn't allow room for you to tweak or improve or make adjustments, it's just like trying to jam a square peg into a round hole. It's not going to fit. And then when it doesn't fit, you give up because you feel deflated. So make sure, again, that the method that you use can grow as you grow. It can adapt to your needs and you can adjust it and tweak it and pivot as necessary. When things come up and somebody's in hospital and you've got to run out at 3 a.m, you need a plan that's going to allow you to adjust your next day's eating to accommodate. Because if you're very tired, they say that we eat an extra 300 calories a day, the following day. Well, I personally think that I would eat an extra 3,000 calories a day the next day. When I'm super tired, I will eat all the junk food because your body is just screaming for quick pick-me-ups. So you need a plan that will work with you on days like that. So let's recap. First of all, you are avoiding what you know needs to be done. And then when you finally do start doing it, you give in at the first sight of, I can't see results quick enough. Then the next thing that you're doing that's screwing you over is that you are trying to choose methods that you hate with all of your guts and then wondering why it's not working. Then you're not choosing anything, or especially workout plans, you're not choosing something that you don't have resistance to. Why did I say that all in the negative? You need to choose something that you have no resistance to. And then when you find these points and you nail them, you need to be able to nail it and scale it. You need to be able to scale the method that you choose and twist it to work with your life. It's got to grow as you grow. Because if you can nail each one of these points, then you will find this fifth reason easy to resolve. You need really high quality reasons and high quality methods for your weight loss game. This one is a real game changer because you need high quality reasons and high quality methods. Every generic coach out there will tell you need a why. You need a why. And I thought, but I don't have a why that will sustain me at 10 p.m. at night. I've got a why that might start me off at 7 a.m. because I'm highly motivated and I actually give a shit about my body. But that same why is not going to work for me at 8, 9, 10 p.m. at night when I'm starving, or I think I'm starving because I think I've just been deprived all day, or somebody brings me a chocolate cake, or somebody brings me some hot chips, and I don't care about my why at 8 o'clock at night. That same why that worked in the morning will not work for you at night. You need multiple reasons for multiple occasions. It would be equivalent to me telling you, you may go out and buy one dress and that dress is going to last you for every single occasion and every day of your entire life. No, how embarrassing. Do we want to wear our ball gown to bed? No, we do not. We want different clothes for different occasions, and you need different reasons for different times of your day and different moments in your life. Just telling yourself, I want to fit into a smaller size, that's not enough. It's never going to be enough. Your reasons have to actually mean something. They have to be aligned with your long-term happiness is basically the end goal. So if you want to lose weight, you need to have a reason behind it, standing behind it, that aligns with your long-term happiness, not just I want to fit into a pair of jeans for my high school reunion. And the method that you choose to do it, again, it has to be sustainable. Quick fixes are out. They're like so 1992. We are talking about methods that will actually change your relationship with food and your body, not just a random fad diet that's going to be a memory in a month's time because you quit it again. You've got to get serious about quality, whether that's the way you nourish your body or the way you move your body or the way you treat your mind. Anything less than top tier does not deserve your time and attention. Honey, that is so important. I must say it again. Anything for you less than top tier does not deserve your time and attention. Are you not worth the very best? Would you buy some piece of crap car from a dealer just because he said this is the best I can get for you? This is going to get you from A to B? No. If I had a choice, I want the luxury vehicle. I want the one that's going to take me there in comfort and style. They can both get you there, but one will be bumpy and uncomfortable and raggedy and let in the cold breeze. And I don't want that crap. I don't want that when the luxury vehicle is equally available to me. So, honey, if you have been struggling with emotional eating and weight loss for any length of time, like me, 30 years, then it is time to take a step back and really ask yourself, are you giving up too soon? Are you starting too late? And are you giving up too early? Are you trying to force yourself into something that just doesn't even resonate with you or your body? Are you making it harder than it needs to be? And if you are, where is that happening so you can make the adjustments? It really is time to make weight loss something that you can get obsessed with, taking care of yourself, something that you can get so excited about, because when you get obsessed, that's when you really succeed. So my loves, if you are ready to stop failing at this weight loss game and finally make weight loss your biatch, then it is time for you to head on over. Come and join us inside of the Bombshell Blueprint. You know this is where all the best stuff happens, where you get personal coaching each week, live calls, the entire blueprint, the whole damn thing is available for you, plus all the meditations and the community that will make sure I'm there to hold you accountable, and we're going to make sure that you get the results that you want, because that's the number one thing that I struggled with when I was so lost in emotional eating boogie wonderland. I just didn't know who could help me. There was nobody talking about this. I have lived it. I have been there. So I know exactly, girl, I know what you're thinking before you even think it. And that's what makes this so unique. My loves, just hit the link in the show notes. I am sending you so much love. I cannot wait to see you again next week. Until then, gorgeous ones, bye for now. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember to shimmy your butt over to kyliepax.com and join me inside of the Bombshell Blueprint so you can stop emotional eating and start losing your weight now. You'll also find helpful notes and resources inside my past podcasts that will help you lose your weight without losing your sanity. I will see you next week.